like to dub the 2024 NFL season as the season of clock management. What is going on? All the Bengals had to do was take a knee 3 times and kick a field goal with 15 seconds left. Instead, they ran the ball, gave Denver an injury timeout, scored on 2nd down, left Denver with 1:24, and allowed a game-tying touchdown.
Don't score a touchdown here. Just use up the rest. Stutter steps, punch, tries, hits the...
Now, I will say, gave Denver a free injury timeout. You can't control your players getting hurt.
They'll push him across.
Yeah, but that's just blatantly bad play calling. Did they accidentally score? I vividly remember Todd Gurley on the Atlanta Falcons accidentally scoring a touchdown against the Lions, and we won that game. That was COVID year. Who remembers that? We're throwing this back to start this video off. This is maybe one of my favorite clips of all time. Okay, so context, it's 16-14. The Falcons can just run the clock out and kick a field goal to win the game. That's what's supposed to happen here.
For the field goal here. Todd Gurley should not score a touchdown. He should not. And they told him to. He broke the play, didn't he?
And he literally tried to stop himself, and he couldn't. Like, look at him. He's trying to stop himself because he remembers like a yard too late, basically. Look at him, look at him, look at him.
I'm tired of being a fucking loser!
Joe Burrow on the sideline watching his defense, special teams, and head coach try to give away the game each week. That really is how it goes. Joe Burrow doing everything he can just to get the Bengals to a 500 record. Literally. But he's got to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. You know what it basically is? It's a quarterback road to glory on Heisman when you're on a bad team. You got to throw 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns to hopefully beat Coastal Carolina. Oh my God, she's getting lit up with bullets. What is this from? Is this Lara Croft Tomb Raider? Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything about like Tomb Raider, those games, Lara Croft. All I know is every Halloween there are 80 whores dressed up as Tomb Raider, and it makes me so ungodly horny that I should be put in prison.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Bo Nix and Joe Burrow on the last Saturday of 2024. Damn him. Genuinely don't know how Zach Taylor has made it this long as the coach. I agree. I don't think Zach Taylor's that bad, but I think Zach Taylor is bad. Like, okay, here's my comparison. Brandon Staley, that guy deserved to be fired an eternity ago. That guy sucked. Zach Taylor's not on that level, but Zach Taylor is a very questionable head coach. Sean Payton watching Riley Moss trying to cover T. Higgins. Hey! Lingerie Football League, baby. This is what, like every once in a while I have existential dread, crippling depression that makes me not want to get up in the morning. But then I remember that the Lingerie Football League exists. Yeah! Yeah! Jamar Chase watching Joe Burrow and T. Higgins go off in the fantasy championship. That's what happens. There's too many mouths to feed. You know, too many mouths to feed. Zach Taylor almost cost the Bengals playoff hopes because he wanted to pad Joe Burrow's stats instead of milking the clock. That's how it be. Zach Taylor, if he didn't have Joe Burrow to cover up his dumbass coaching decisions.
Somebody said to me.
Ironically, this is exactly how Justin Herbert covered up Brandon Staley being such an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm giving a lot of shit to Brandon Staley. Probably, no, it's justified. But dude, literally, Jim Harbaugh takes over after coaching Michigan for forever and just says, yeah, we're just gonna go to the playoffs. Cade York with the Bengals playoff hopes on the line.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
That was not even close.
What the fuck?
Joe Burrow when he sees Cade York celebrating in the locker room.
I work for this nigga. You ain't do nothing. I work for it, nigga. Fuck you mean? How you gonna sit up there and just sit down on your ass when I'm working and you wanna reap the benefits of what I do? I work for this, nigga. Fuck
Tell
you
him.
mean? You see it?
Tell him. Sean Payton before the start of overtime. Who's the man? You're the man.
Keep going. Keep going.
You're the man. Yeah, you are.
Dude, I want to know so badly what's going on in this clip. Watch this kid's hands. This guy's like summoning Dementors over there. Look at his fingers. What's he doing? Watch his fingers. He keeps doing it. What are you doing?
Keep going.
You're the man. Yeah, you are.
He's freaking me out with that shit. What are you doing, bro? He's playing air piano. The Broncos missing the playoffs and Sean Payton looking like a dumbass.
No,
can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in. They're all gonna die.
Oh, look at me. I'm Joe Burrow. I make $250 million. I'm a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. I'm attractive to every woman on earth. I own a Batmobile. I have a lesbian swimsuit model as my house sitter. Fuck you!
Season.
I have a lesbian swimsuit model as my house sitter? What kind of crock shit theory is that? He's banging her. Trey McBride caught 12 passes tonight just for the most important ball to doink off his head.
Murray's going to throw it to the end zone. Up in the air. And intercepted.
That's gotta hurt. Trey McBride is my fantasy GOAT. I will accept no slander. He dropped 30 points for me in the championship, and he pretty much got me there because he is a target merchant and the guy catches 12 fucking balls a game. Trey McBride leaving the field after the ball bounced off his face mask to lose the game, but he finally caught his first touchdown of the season. That's my GOAT. Rams fans watching Kyler Murray's pass get picked off in the end zone. I was a little horny. Understandable. Kenny Pickett with the funniest play of the season. This is literally the funniest play of the season. Yoink! Dude, he threw it like it was a bowling ball that got super glued to his glove. I have no idea what happened here. It like pulled him forward. It created a gravitational pull. It gained 100 pounds of weight. So it's like a JoJo's stand or something. First time in NFL history that the ball threw the QB. I'm so confused how this happened. I agree. I legitimately don't know how it happened. But I like this comment. Besides that play, he's been pretty good. Dude, he balled. Him and Devontae Smith were cooking. He put up a great game. Giants fans, after going through another season of hell, just to miss out on the top QBs for the second straight year.
Dear Bruce, I need to be honest and clear.
Patrick Mahomes was picked in the 10th, or the 9th, or the 8th, or something. I don't know, but it wasn't. Top 5. The Giants with absolutely nothing to play for besides making their draft pick worse.
Pressure
Oh,
from
yeah!
Thomas off the edge.
Oh, yeah!
Stays on his feet.
Oh, yeah!
Airs it out down the field.
Oh, yeah! Giants fans celebrating losing the #1 pick for a meaningless culture-building win. Are they licking a TV screen with bacon on it?
You're goddamn right.
John Morrow realizing he doesn't have to draft a black QB. You know why he's excited he doesn't have to draft a black QB? Because he already has one. His name is Drew Lock. Hey! The Jets walked out with a boombox playing Gangsta's Paradise just to lose 40-14. They got smacked. Aaron Rodgers admits he benched himself versus the Bills, essentially quitting on the Jets.
It was 33-0. We were sitting there, and I said at some point, probably go to Tyrod here, huh? And then the next play, they threw a screen for a touchdown, so it's 40-0.
You know, Aaron Rodgers gets a lot of shit. He is probably washed. The Jets organization is dog water, but I really don't have any problem with this. I mean, why would you keep Aaron Rodgers in here? You're getting your shit worked. You still probably believe in Aaron Rodgers. You know Tyrod Taylor's not the future of the Jets franchise. So I don't have any issue with this. Aaron Rodgers when I have US currency on him. Holy shit. Holy shit. Eagles fans had Jerry Jones in hell. Tell him, Jerry. Tell him, Jerry. Tell him, Jerry. That sucks. Philadelphia is a scary place. It really is. CBS cutting from a duck on the field into a blocked punt return for a touchdown is absolute cinema.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
That hacker has it blocked. Tampa Bay's got it.
Oh! Okay, on a very serious note, Tuffy JG, thank you for your comment. I love you. Guys, let's be fucking mature, okay? The Ghetto Gronk comment section it should exclusively be shit talk, banter, funny comments, and just all around shenanigans and tomfoolery, okay? Let's not make it a place to clout chase for MMG videos because then people are gonna not like me.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
The Vikings had a High School Musical turnover celebration. Hey! The Minnesota Vikings and Sam Fraudnold are dog shit. There's no way they're beating. When you're seeing this video, the Lions and the Vikings have probably already played. And one thing I can guarantee you is that the Detroit Lions won. Sam Darnold is dog shit. They're overrated, and there's no way those frauds are winning the North.
But I got 3 words for you. You like that?
Tony Romo suggests giving Josh Allen a Make-A-Wish MVP because Lamar has already won it twice.
I think they're tied in my brain. I think that Josh Allen might get the edge only because Lamar's had 2. If Josh had 2, you're going to side with a guy who doesn't have one. That's just human nature, in my opinion.
He's right, though. I mean, it's what we talk about all the time, voter fatigue. You're just like, it's literally it's the same reason we don't want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Is there really anything bad about the Chiefs? No. In fact, the Chiefs on paper are a very likable team. They've got one of the best quarterbacks. They've got Travis Kelce. Isaiah Pacheco's a fun player. They've got a lot of young guys. Andy Reid's a really funny and great head coach. I'm just so sick of seeing them win. I'm over it, bro. Let me see somebody else win. Anybody else. I don't give a shit who. I'm not a math genius, but one guy seems to be leading in all categories except QB sneaks. Pass yards, rushing yards, total touchdowns, and interceptions. I can't wait to see the Lions score a touchdown on a fake version of this play next week.
Again, blitz is coming. Oh, what was that? Throws it into the ground and right.
Honest to God, this play was so outright ridiculous that I don't think it can be replicated. Giants fans watched their team throw away the #1 pick, and now they have to watch Saquon break the single-season rushing record versus them next week. That is absolutely insane, Carmo. The Falcons decided not to use either of their timeouts and let nearly 20 seconds run off the clock just to miss a long field goal because they ran out of time to get any closer. It's the year of clock management. I swear to, it's so bad this year.
John Robinson and Penix is dropping back and throwing downfield and a comeback with Mooney at the 45-yard line. He is inbounds. Inbounds to Atlanta has to take it.
Yeah, you absolutely take a timeout there. That burnt 15 seconds.
17 seconds left. Penix again firing to Mooney. Incomplete. Trying to come out of his
Damn, that shit was open too. Yikes. Raheem Morris after losing to the Commanders, but he saved an extra timeout for next week.
Well, you still got it, don't you, buddy? Yeah, you still got it.
Hey, he's just stockpiling them for the playoffs, you know? Because timeouts roll over. Younghoe Koo, send us home! Wait! Who's this white guy? No! Yikes. Wait, who the hell is the white guy? Where is Younghoe Koo? Falcons fans thought the field goal was good, and they won the game. It does look like it's perfect. Like, it looks like it's perfect. How does an entire bar miss that? How did the entire bar not see that? Michael Penis Jr. post-game speech after Raheem Morris cost the Falcons the game.
Let me talk. Listen to these coaches. Look at me. These are the worst teams ever. Don't ever come back to this team. Nah. Anybody, don't come back. There's going to be no you football team next year.
I love this clip.
Back. This has been the worst team, the worst experience I ever did.
Players.
This is not on you.
So listen.
It's on the coaches.
Players, y'all did everything. Y'all gave your heart. Y'all did everything right. It was the coaches.
Raheem Morris after botching the first half clock management by not using any timeouts.
I'll fucking do it again.
Dude, he was just rolling his first half timeouts into his second half timeouts. It's simple. Raheem Morris on not calling a timeout.
Timeout after Darnell's catch, first down.
Probably could have.
At least he admits it. I mean, this is the scenario where Brandon Staley, wow, I've been shitting on Brandon Staley. I'm done. But here's what I will say. There are a lot of coaches, a lot of people who would try to defend their actions. But you know what? He's admitting that he probably could have. And I respect that. Who is AJ Terrell? My dad.
My dad.
Scary Terry, I faced him in Fantasy Championship. He was worthless. Make sure to put your helmet on when you go in the locker room. Debo is going to beat the shit out of you. George Kittle to Jake Moody.
You know, you put together a drive like that and execute the way they did.
Tell him. I can't wait to see what trick plays the Lions have saved for the playoffs. If this is what they're calling in meaningless regular season games. Hook and ladder.
Here's a little lateral to
Get his
Williams,
ass.
and he's down the sideline.
Get his ass. Probably a block in the back right there. That looked like a block in the back. Also, Ghetto Gronk. Meaningless regular season game? We had to win this game to get the 1 seed in the NFC. If we lose this game, we go to the 5 seed or worse. This was a massive game. We have to win the North, and if we had lost this game, it wouldn't have mattered what we did to the Vikings, because I think they would get the 1 seed. Why are you trying to beat the 49ers in a meaningless game instead of resting starters?
Because fuck them, that's why.
It is not a meaningless game. It just isn't. They would get the 1 seed even if they lost. If they beat Minnesota, Lions, Philly, Minnesota would all be 14-3, and the Lions would have the tiebreaker over both by divisional wins. This game was meaningless. Oh, well, shit. Casual. Listen, I will accept fault for absolutely nothing. What you guys got to understand is, like, the words that come out of my mouth and my actions, I'm not responsible for them. I will say it definitely wasn't meaningless because they beat us in the NFC Championship game next year, and that had to sit with me for like 11 months, okay? So it wasn't fucking meaningless. If anybody deserved to get shit on, it was the San Francisco 49ers. So much good stuff has happened. Why don't we start with the most recent? Who got destroyed by the Lions to lose the #1 seed?
Minnesota!
The Vikings did not score a single touchdown on any of these 3 drives. Yeah, it was truly unbelievable. Let's try to give Sam Darnold the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this first one, I think this is entirely Sam Darnold's fault. I know that's not giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm pretty sure that this was intentionally a pick play, because this is Jalen Naylor, Michigan State alumni, setting basically a pick so that Jordan Addison gets wide open, and he is, and it also appears that Sam Darnold is staring right at him, and he doesn't throw it. And then the play collapses, he throws it to a covered wide receiver, and it's broken up. Okay, that's a bummer. This second one looks horrible. It's not as bad as it looks, but it's still pretty bad. We sent a 0 blitz, and Amick Robertson got absolutely fried. He was clamping Justin Jefferson all game long, except for this play. He got fried. But Sam Darnold, like, panicked through the football because he was going to get sacked. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. But this one, this final 4th and goal, realistically, you should convert all 3 of these. 2 out of 3 most likely. 1 out of 3 is the bare minimum to get no touchdowns. And listen, you know what everyone said going into this game? Lions defense is so poverty. Your defense is a bunch of IR bums. It's going to be the highest scoring game of the year. That's what everyone said to me. Vikings put up this many touchdowns. This is why Sam Darnold has been passed around more than Joy Taylor. Jesus. I don't know if you guys have seen my Joy Taylor video, but holy fuck, it's so funny. The Vikings offense in the red zone. Yay! Bonk. Dude, nothing hurts more than running into something when you're not looking. Your body has no time to react or flinch. Oh. Amon-Ra St. Brown got me crying. Dude, we're just out here hitting Fortnite dances when we... This was a really big game, and I was getting ready for this to be a super close game, to be honest. Like, I was excited for a really good game, and it just, like, wasn't. It was a blowout. Sam Darnold tonight when the Vikings needed him most.
Seen ghosts.
He's seen ghosts. He's seeing ghosts out there, baby. Sam Darnold checking the value of his contract extension after this game. It's a classic. A classic. Sorry, Sammy boy. JJ McCarthy watching Sam Darnold knowing his future with the Vikings is 100% safe. Okay, let's not pretend like Sam Darnold wasn't like a top 10 MVP candidate all season. In the moment when it mattered the most, like beating the Lions for this 1 seed, he really whiffed bad. The Lions to the Vikings tonight with all of America watching.
On top.
Belt ass. Belt ass. This is why the Vikings lost.
You going deep on us, that's gonna be a pick. 22 and 24, playing loose and groovy. Every time they touch the turf, it's gonna be a movie.
I'm so glad I never had that phase. I've had a lot of embarrassing phases in my life, but I never had the want to be a rapper phase. So you'll never be able to pull up a video of me doing this shit. How many straight games have the Vikings lost to the Lions?
Anybody see what that is? Is that a 5?
Is that a 5? We own you, Minnesota. We own you. A Lions fan was recording on his phone when he was nailed by the football that Jahmyr Gibbs threw into the stands after his touchdown. Oh boy. Hey! Hey! Bonk! No one notices or cares. They're all just hanging out. I respect it. 2024 was one of the funniest NFL seasons ever. Dude, it really was. And you know what's hilarious? This isn't even a quarter of it. There was so much good stuff. Jameis Winston giving the craziest hype speeches of all time. Diggs, generational side-eye. Will Levis, you could put any of Will Levis's photos here. Tyreek Stevenson showboating to a crowd, and then 8 seconds later, learning that karma is indeed real as he tips a Hail Mary to the Commanders. By the way, the Bears would go on to lose 10 straight games after this. CJ Stroud giving Caleb Williams advice, only to play like dog shit for the following 10 weeks. Kenny Pickett getting glued to the football and it anchors him forward like a bowling ball. Bailey Zappi getting picked off by a morbidly obese man. And Kalen Saunders, announcer Jinx INT, talking about Taylor Swift and dancers. God, there's so many good things. So it's such a good season. I'm out, bro. It was a great time playing here, but I have to do what's best for my career.
I haven't been in the playoffs, man, so I mean, for me, like I said, man, I just got to do what's best for me and my family.
He does look frustrated.
If that's it, I'm out, bro. You know, so it was great playing here, but...
Does that mean you're thinking about leaving here? He just said he's out. It's like the most honest interview I've ever seen. Right here in the interview is where he realizes, oh shit, I just said I'm leaving, didn't I? I wasn't supposed to say that. Yeah, see? Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill fighting over the last floaty at the resort in Cancun. I think Jamar Chase would win over the last floaty. I like Tyreek Hill, but Jamar's just a little bigger. Bryce Young, a.k.a. Carolina Reaper. It's a hell of a nickname. Got the Saints head coach fired, ended Danny Jones' career, ended the Cardinals' playoff hopes, ended the Falcons' playoff hopes. Frankly, I've been so excited to see it because Bryce Young was getting absolutely fucking annihilated at the start of the season. He was getting shit on. And then when it started to not matter and all the pressure was kind of off, basically once the Panthers were like, okay, we're dog shit and we're not going to the playoffs. Let's get Bryce back in there. Let's see if we can develop him. He started to play great. Bryce Young going from the biggest bust ever to wait, he can actually ball in a 6-week span might be the greatest midseason turnaround by a QB ever. Dude, 44 points on the Falcons. Look at that shit. That's the shit that Lamar does. Michael Penis Jr. and Bryce Young for the next decade. Stop. Okay, settle down. Carson Wentz deciding if he wants to screw the Broncos, the Bengals, or the Dolphins out of the playoffs in Week 18.
Eeny. Meeny. Miny.
Yikes.
Mo.
Yikes. I'm going to be honest, out of these three teams, the only team, in my opinion, that even had a snowball's chance in hell of making a playoff push was the Bengals. But the Bengals screwed the pooch. At the start of this year, they were just bad, man. Joe Burrow straight up just put up one of the greatest single-season quarterback performances of all time, and he's not going to make the playoffs. Ben Johnson's offense versus Brian Flores' defense in Week 18 for the NFC's #1 seed. It is so funny seeing these after the game, considering we hung 31 and the Vikings kicked 3 field goals. I don't know, though. Like, if you really watched that game, it should have been a lot closer. The Vikings should have just converted. They could not convert in the red zone. Sam Darnold versus Jared Goff in the regular season finale for the NFC's #1 seed. Here's the question. Who's who? Which one's Jared Goff and which one's Sam Darnold? I feel like neither of them are really a villain. When you make it to the fantasy championship just to get cooked. Couldn't be me. It really couldn't be me, considering I won it. Considering I hung 170 in the championship, couldn't be me.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
How it feels to finally win your fantasy championship. It really does feel like that. You can rest on a grateful universe. Micah Parsons really said that if you take away the scoreboard, the game was close. Let's listen.
I mean, you look at their play, I mean, they had 2 big runs and 3 good deep shots. Other than that, we made them earn it. And
I get literally what he's saying, but yeah, I mean, if you take away their 5 touchdowns, the game is closer. I guess you're right. How would you argue that?
Take away the scoreboard, it was about 5 plays that decided this game.
Oh my God, he wasn't even paraphrasing him. He really said, if you take away the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've been playing bad shit. Somebody gotta do it, man. This team been playing ass shit. Somebody gotta do it.
Hey, that's kind of lit. Dude, you just got uncorked by Kenny Pickett. You know what's bad? When fans of your biggest rival tell you to keep doing what you're doing.
You're doing a great job this year, man. Keep it going. Keep it going, Jerry. Great job.
Is that Philly fans talking shit to Jerry Jones?
Keep doing what you're doing, Jerry. We love you in Philly.
You know, he's kind of a good sport about it. For being like a bazillion years old, he's being a good sport.
Hey, I know you do. We love you, especially.
I'll try to live up to my standard this year.
Very much.
I actually like that. I'm glad he's joking about it. Dude, Philly fans are fucking relentless. That place is literally so... I'm never going there. I'm so scared of that place. This pic of Josh Allen watching the Jets take the field before demolishing them is hilarious. He looks like a stalker. Imagine there's a Bears player that's also been planning a proposal, but he can't ask because they haven't won a game in over 2 months. Oh, that would be really sad. Wait, does someone propose? Oh, I saw this. He's like proposing on the field. Oh, wait, that's actually cute. Just some little shithead 6-year-old in the background. Can I have your jersey? Kid, shut the fuck up. You just proposed. I hate children so much, my God. Can I have your jersey in the middle of a wholesome proposal moment is crazy work. Someone says she's dressed like The Rock. She is dressed like The Rock. Might I make an observation that might get me in trouble? Are black NFL men disproportionately with white women? Blonde white women? Might I make an observation? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not making any infer. I'm just asking a question, really. If anything, I'm being inquisitive. I'm being curious. That's all I'm gonna say. The 49ers are now 2-6 since this moment. They really fell off. And they had a lot of injuries, but you know what? You know who else had a lot of injuries? The Detroit Lions. Okay? And we didn't fall off. God, I am a delusional fan, aren't I? Sauce Gardner says he won't recruit top free agents to the Jets. Sauce Gardner says, pay the man. This guy says, tell him to come to the Jets. I will not be telling him that. Dude, it kind of would suck to be an NFL player because the whole internet won't let you be funny on the internet anymore. Like, there's something so fun about just messing with people on the internet, you know? But when you become an NFL player, you don't really get to do that. That or you make a burner. You do the George Pickens route and you just make a super saucy burner account. Have you guys seen the alleged George Pickens burner account? It's called Michael Brewerly. Okay, it's one of two things. It's either George Pickens and he thinks it's funny because everybody knows it's his burner, or it's someone pretending to be George Pickens on a burner. Either way, they're incredibly convincing. Who joined October of 2024, so 3-4 months ago. Not following anyone, 12,000 followers. 3 hours ago, he tweeted bird hunting. It's just a picture of George Pickens. That's not that bad, right? I mean, anybody could tweet that. It's not a George Pickens burner. If you're a grown-ass man relying on a dude catching a football to pay your bills, that's on you, not him. Suspicious, Michael. Go do George Pickens' job since y'all want to say it's so easy. Y'all believe the vendetta yet? Showing the clip where he should have had a touchdown, but they flagged it dead. This guy can't get healthy fast enough. Bring 18 home. Like, it's either George Pickens' #1 fan on a burner, or it's George Pickens. Justin Jefferson stuffing a teacher's salary down his pants.
Got so much attention on Jefferson. He's got so much.
Wait, what? Did his chain snap? This angle of the Cowboys-Eagles fight is wild. Damn, the refs are getting bodied in there, bro. The refs down in the scrum, man. At least let the refs out. Bengals fans wishing Carson Wentz a happy birthday this week. I'm not gonna play the clip because I hate Skyler. All your wishing didn't do much. Don't forget, 38-0. Earth completes a revolution around the sun. Humans. Hey! They're hitting it! Hey! Happy New Year, gentlemen. Me and bro at midnight when neither of us can find anyone for a New Year's kiss. Whoa, what the? AI has gone way too far. Way too far. We're just getting started and it's gone way too far. And I'm sick of it. Times Square officials have announced Quentin Johnston will be in attendance to drop the ball this New Year's. I'm not gonna say it. Time zones are crazy. East Coast is in 2025, West Coast is in 2024, and Dallas is still living in 1996. At least they have a place to live. Me seeing college kids at the bars, knowing that it looks fun, but my body would take a week to recover. That's how I feel now, dude. I'm washed. I go out like once a month. I'm so washed. Me walking into the gym on January 1st to start my fitness journey. That is how it goes sometimes. Heading into 2025 like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Me walking to my car on New Year's while everyone screams at me not to drive. No, it's all right, guys. I'm good. I'm sober. I'm gonna drive home. Whoa! Oh, I slipped. Nope, it's not because I'm drunk. I just slipped. Guys, give me my keys back! Where are my keys? Sorry, I got into the character. Me taking one last look at the party before I drive. Guys, we can't. Ashton Genty when he plays a team that isn't a community college. Sorry, Ashton. Ashton Genty when he isn't playing Southern St. Mary's School for the Deaf and Blind. Bro, chill out. The last slide will end MMG's channel. Shit! I didn't get to see it. Get a grunk. What was it? Last slide is borderline punishable with jail time. No, and it's gone. No. First thing, though, we gotta go back to Texas versus Ohio State. Is this an Aiden Ross face mashup? I guess you could call the first slide Quinn Ewers. I'm gonna be honest, I'm like #1 Quinn Ewers bandwagon. I don't know if you guys know this, but I did the cover reveal for College Football 25. I met Quinn Ewers there. Literally instantly became one of my favorite players in college football. He's such a cool dude. Second and goal from the 1-yard line, and Texas thought pitching the ball 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage was smart. Yeah, you know what? This is just one of those plays, man. That's one of those plays where, in hindsight, it's the stupidest play call ever, but if it works, you're a genius. I feel like the era of the pitch is just going away. Why is the halfback toss become so dog shit at all levels of football? The toss used to be the staple of football. That thing is worthless nowadays, I swear. It's only crazy when it doesn't work. Clearly it didn't. And then we all know this play right here. We all know this play right here. Okay, #1, insane play by Jack Sawyer. What a dog. That was a hell of an effort. But yeah, like, what is Quinn Ewers supposed to do here? His right tackle got bulldozed. Absolutely bulldozed. Yeah, I don't think the score of this game really indicated, like, look at this. You hand this ball off 3 times up the middle, it's 21-21. Instead, it's 28-14. This is a gigantic swing. Hell of a fucking effort, though. Look at these Buckeyes pursue. I tell you what, I don't see how Notre Dame has a chance. I'm just like, how Notre Dame has a chance is beyond me. Steve Sarkisian's play calling when his team only needs to gain 1 yard in 4 tries. That's probably because Big Sarkisian's blackout hammered at practice. Texas at the goal line versus Ohio State. You know, I haven't seen this clip in a while. It's fun to watch this one back.
Play clock at 5.
Yoink.
Pass
Oh!
intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler.
That's a hard clip to watch. I'm not even a fan of either team. It's just such a hard clip to watch. Arch Manning watching Quinn Ewers come back to the Texas sideline after every possession. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is kind of crazy that Texas literally has 2 of like the best quarterbacks in the country on the same roster. That is so crazy to me. Tell you what, this NFL draft is going to be crazy. There are some serious players in this upcoming NFL draft. I'm so excited to see where they go. Because Quinn Ewers is declared for the draft now. And then you got Shedeur Sanders, you got Cam Ward, you got Travis Hunter. It's gonna be a sick draft. I can't wait. Texas players at Quinn Ewers' locker, knowing it's Arch Manning's team now. Here we go. Wade and Waniels? Wade and Waniels. Dude, that's so crazy, too, that we're about to be playing Jaden Daniels in Ford Field. Oh! Yeah, anyone confused on the clip, guys, Jaden Daniels had like multiple years at ASU. Then he flipped to LSU, and all the ASU players were pissed, so they were like fucking with his locker, which is hilarious now because Jaden Daniels just won a playoff game as a rookie. Like, the transfer portal has really changed things up. Imagine you've got a teammate that you love, and you think he's diehard for the team, you think he's ready, and then he just flips and goes somewhere else, and you never see that guy ever again. That's gotta suck. Or imagine this. I always think about this. Imagine you commit to a program because of the quarterback. Like, you're a wide receiver. You're like, I want to play with this quarterback. I'm going to go to this university. And then your quarterback transfers. The whole reason you went to the program in the first place, I don't know. I tell you one thing for certain, though. All of a sudden, NIL is allowed. All of a sudden, you can pay players legally, and the SEC sucks? Isn't that interesting?
That's pretty interesting.
Quinn Ewers next year.
Peter Griffin of the New England Patriots. I'm here to kick off the Touchdown of Savings weekend at Wilkins Hyundai and Subaru. We will blitz the competition, and in no time, you'll be driving your new Hyundai or Subaru right to a touchdown.
Dude, literally every athlete commercial looks like this. Dude, do you guys see the Mahomes fucking State Farm commercials? Oh, I hate them. It's not even a Mahomes hate. It's just like, they just piss me off. Mom, can we get Josh Allen? No, son, we have Josh Allen at home. Josh Allen at home.
As long as 49. Allen hit as he throws.
And
it is intercepted.
Dog.
Christian Gray.
This game was crazy. You gotta feel bad for the kid. That was a yucky choke. That was a bad choke right here. Also, this meme is a little bit more relevant the last 3 years. Josh Allen this year was actually incredible at not turning the ball over. Most of his career, Josh Allen loved to turn the ball over, but this year he's been spectacular. And that's why he'll probably get MVP. I was being casual the other day. If I'm being honest, Lamar Jackson fully 100% should get the MVP, but I think Josh Allen's gonna get it. You know what I mean? On this game, this Notre Dame Penn State game, I had the over and Notre Dame money line, and I had a flight that day. So I'm sitting in the airport bar and I'm watching Penn State absolutely dominate Notre Dame in the first half, and then Riley Leonard goes out. And then I'm like, wow, I suck. What a trash bet. I'm gonna go get on this flight and just have a good rest of my day because this bet is cooked. And then I get off that flight and I look up the score and I'm like, I could not believe that this occurred. You know when you watch a game in the most poverty fashion, you don't have any TV to watch it on, so all you're doing is looking at your phone and the score. I was looking at my phone and the score of this game. It was 24-24, and Penn State had the ball. I was like, damn, well, Notre Dame almost did it, but they're not gonna pull it off. And then 30 seconds later, it's 27-24 Notre Dame, and that shit was over. Drew Aller with Penn State's season on the line.
Pass, he pumps. Now he
Dude, you know who I feel bad for? I feel so bad for James Franklin. James Franklin. Dude, I swear to God, James Franklin's entire career is a solid career, except everybody and their mother talks shit about how James Franklin cannot win a big game. And he literally put his team in such a good position to win this big game, and his players honestly sold it for him. James Franklin out-coached Notre Dame's head coach in this game. James Franklin put on a masterclass. Penn State's players and Drew Aller choked this fucking game. I really felt bad for him. How do you uncoach that? That's just a very bad decision. Drew Aller, enter the NFL draft talks. Stupid. I know a New York Giants quarterback when I see one. Listen, Drew Aller shouldn't be worried about a thing because all he needs to do is get overpaid by the Giants, because all he needs to do is get drafted by the Giants, put on one very mediocre season, and they will give him $150 million. That's a pretty good strategy. Originally, I thought this video was going to be NFL playoff memes, but there's actually a lot of stuff that I want to get to before we get to the full NFL playoff memes. That or this is going to be a very long video. It'll probably be a very long video. I don't know if you guys saw this, but absolutely bonkers. LSU's wide receiver, Kyron Lacy, who, by the way, was a very highly respected wide receiver. This guy was going to get drafted. Reportedly caused a fatal crash that ended the life of a former U.S. Marine before fleeing the scene. Kyron Lacy then declared for the NFL draft 2 days later without reporting what happened to the police. He is now wanted on charges of negligent homicide and felony hit and run. So to put this in perspective, Kyron Lacy reportedly caused this crash, fled the scene, told absolutely nobody, acted like it never happened, and then talked to his agent and was like, hey, yeah, let's declare for the NFL draft. And this entire time up until this news was broke, he's just been pretending like it didn't occur, which is like so difficult to wrap your head around. Just to give a little context to this situation, because I can't believe how this occurs. Investigators previously obtained an arrest warrant for Lacy in connection to his alleged involvement in the crash that occurred on December 17th, about 60 miles west of New Orleans. Keep in mind, as I'm recording this, it's January 14th. Kyron Lacy had a fatal car accident and for weeks just pretended like it didn't happen, which is, I mean, the amount of anxiety I would have like that. Dude, sometimes I sleep poorly at night because I was like slightly rude to somebody that day. This man, full blown, ended somebody's life. Louisiana State Police said Lacy was recklessly operating a 2023 Dodge Charger while traveling south on LA 20 near Chack Bay. Lacy allegedly crossed the center line while speeding, causing another motorist to swerve to avoid him. That vehicle then crashed head-on into another vehicle, which, for the record, makes this even worse because what he really did was driving like an absolute fucking lunatic, which caused 2 other cars to crash head-on. So, according to this report, Kyron Lacy himself didn't even crash. He just caused 2 other people to head-on collide. Kyron Lacy then allegedly fled the scene and did not report the incident to law enforcement. State police previously said they were speaking with Lacy's legal representation regarding when Lacy might turn himself in. 2 days after the crash, the Thibodaux native posted on social media declaring for the 2025 NFL Draft. He did not play in LSU's victory over Baylor in the Texas Bowl. Now fast forward all the way to January. He turns himself in. He was booked on charges of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and he was released from jail after posting a $151,000 bail. So he got booked, he paid his bail, which was very likely due to his NIL money because he was really good, and now he's just awaiting trial, which is fucking insane. Yeah, I like this comment. Rest in peace to Herman Hall. I know that within this is going to be like a shit ton of Henry Ruggs jokes. Like, I know what to expect as I scroll through these slides. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like anywhere between probably 16 and 24. Every year of my life, I've thought that I had it all figured out, and every year I've been so wrong. And with a kid like Kyron Lacy, you're like, what, 18, 19, 20 years old, you just got handed millions of dollars. It's fair to say super rich college student athletes are just not good decision makers, by and large. Frankly, any 18, 19-year-old with millions of dollars is probably not going to be a good decision maker. And it's just so crazy how many stories we have to hear like this. And I hope they figure out exactly what happened, and I hope justice is served. So, I guess we'll have to see, though. Kyron Lacy when another car tries merging into his lane. Yeah, it certainly doesn't help Kyron Lacy's case that his 100% go-to celebration was a gang-related celebration every single time. I know I sound like the most classic, actually, white guy on the internet, but it really does not help his case that every single celly he ever does is a gun celebration. Kyron Lacy's agent letting him declare for the NFL Draft 2 days after causing the car wreck. Nah, they're just acting like nothing happened. I think in defense of Kyron Lacy's agent, I don't think anybody knew Kyron Lacy did this other than Kyron Lacy. Now, after all the details emerge and investigators have time to piece together what happened, it sounds like that's when they really knew it was Kyron Lacy, and then Kyron Lacy was like, shit, I gotta turn myself in. But like, the days following the crash, how would anybody know? I mean, let me put it this way. If your best friend got in a car crash, Except he didn't tell anybody. He just got out of his car and fled, and it was in the middle of the night. Would anybody know? Until you really piece the whole thing together, nobody would know. Kyron Lacey and Henry Ruggs in the Prison Football League. I knew this was coming. It is genuinely sad how unbelievably good the NFL's Prison League would be. Holy shit, it would be fucking bonkers. You could have Michael Vick at quarterback. I mean, depending on like the degree of crime too, if it's just jail, holy shit, you could build an all-star roster. You could build a 99 overall team on both sides of the ball, man. You could have Adrian Peterson at running back. You could have Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. You could have Michael Vick at quarterback. You could have Ray Lewis at middle linebacker. You could have O.J. Simpson at running back. That team would be bonkers. Kyron Lacey on his way to practice.
I'm coming back right now. I'm pulling. Damn, that's tragic. Damn, that's tragic. Damn, that's...
You know, the other thing about it too is like so many players and just young rich people in general. This isn't so much a generalization of the NFL as it is a generalization of young people who have way too much money. Drive recklessly. People love to drive very fast cars, way too fucking fast. The problem is most of the time, you don't harm anyone. That's like it's kind of like drunk driving. Most of the time, you don't harm anyone, but you absolutely can, and it will happen to somebody. And this is that example. Like, I'm sure Kyron Lacey thought it was normal, because everybody he knew who had a nice car drives fast as shit on the highway like an idiot. Kyron Lacey, after literally... Oh my God, this video is crazy.
You good, man? You good? Relax.
This guy filming is unbelievably calm. Unbelievably calm. Kyron Lacey, not the best tweet, brother. Digital footprint. Henry Ruggs seeing Kyron Lacey walk into the prison courtyard. God damn it. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson ruptured his Achilles again. Could miss the entire 2025 season.
It is even funnier a second time.
How it feels knowing I preyed on Deshaun Watson's downfall and it actually happened. I tell you what, nobody preyed on Deshaun's downfall more than Ghetto Gronk did. Hey, that dog is mad chill. Me visiting Deshaun Watson in the hospital to make sure it's career ending. Deshaun Watson tearing his Achilles for the second time. Deshaun Watson's Achilles tendons. No, I don't want to see it. Looks gassed though. Looks gassed though. Why are black people so much better at cooking food than white people? You know? Like, there has to be a cultural reason for this. Because every time I see a banger food video, it is not a white person behind there. Unless it's Gordon Ramsay. Although I'm pretty sure he has the pass. Browns fans seeing Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles again and might miss the entire 2025 season.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
You're a sick person if you're celebrating Deshaun Watson tearing his Achilles again. Unbelievable. Me asking God to take all of Deshaun Watson's pain, triple it, and give it to him again. Jesus! Some kids pranked Caleb Williams, pretending to be Lions OC Ben Johnson, accepting the Bears head coach job, and he FaceTimed them. Is this true? Wait, did this really happen? Hey, Caleb, this is Ben Johnson. Just wanted to reach out ahead of time before it gets released to the media. I will be taking the head coach job. Very excited to work with you in the future. Great things. That is a very bizarre response from Caleb Williams. Yes, I wanted you to be the first to know. We will talk more as the season winds down. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'm definitely excited for the future. Let's get this shit going and turn around and do it. It's been done in years. In the meantime, fucking go kill. We'll talk soon. Damn, this might actually be real.
Hey, Caleb, it's me, Ben Johnson.
No fucking way. No way.
Come to the Dolphins, bro. No, shut up. Hey, you're a great QB, but I'm so glad that you're gonna get a new head coach. I don't know if it's Ben Johnson.
Holy shit, that really did that shit. Oh my God, that's actually so fucking funny. I'm gonna be so honest. I do not give a shit what the media says. I do not give a shit about his statistics. I love Caleb Williams, and I think he will be a great quarterback in the league. Honestly, the Bears organization is just fucked right now. It's just fucked. All right, this is gonna have to be 2, isn't it? God, I've been yapping. I'm MM fucking Yap. All right, I'll give you one slide of playoff memes, but next video will be the full onslaught. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I love the Meags channel. I love I love yapping. I was born to yap. I think if I didn't like girls so much, I think I'd be gay.
Why are you gay?
Justin Herbert's in the playoffs. No. No. You know, you can't even say that because Danny Dimes, he won his first round matchup in the playoffs. Justin Herbert did not. Oh, he agrees. Not true. Daniel Jones has a playoff win. Justin Herbert throws his first touchdown of the 2024-2025 NFL playoffs.
Herbert.
Who's it to?
Throw, intercepted. Eric Murray. Pick six.
Yikes.
Touchdown, Texans.
Yikes. Okay, I have so many things to say about this Chargers-Texans game. Also because I picked the Chargers to not only win this game, but the Chargers to beat the Chiefs. So let's talk about it. Number one, this game was such a mid-off. It was a disgusting playoff game. I was so sad that I watched it. Like, every form of scoring might have occurred in this game. Multiple field goals out of Cameron Dicker. You have a blocked PAT for 2 points, multiple pick sixes, a blocked punt. It was a literal, like, JV football game. Like, shit that you rarely see executed at the highest level of football was all executed in the same game. Chargers' offensive weapons are unbelievably pitiful. Ladarius McConkey was God out there. Everyone else was piss poor tragic. Will Dissly put the fries in the bag. Quentin Johnston, I wouldn't even trust you to put the fries in the bag. You'd probably spill them all over the fucking floor and slip on it. Like, I'm not even gonna let you put the fries in the bag. And if I'm being honest too, CJ Stroud wasn't even that good. This was literally a mid-off, and the Chiefs are about to have the freest cakewalk to the AFC Championship. There's nobody I'd rather play right now than the Houston Texans. I tell you what, there was one player out there, not named Ladarius McConkey, that looked like God incarnate, and it was Will Anderson. Will Anderson, drug test that man. Will Anderson looked ridiculous. All right, I'm done now. I had to defend myself. I picked the Chargers to go to the AFC Championship, so I had to get this out of my system. Here we go.
Is fucking trash. Holy shit. The Houston Texans defense just put belt to ass on the...
Belt to ass. The Cancun Chargers. Justin Herbert and the Chargers choking in the playoffs again.
These games before! I said I played these games before!
You know who's really happy about this? You know who's just the smiliest guy? Brandon Staley. Justin Herbert, after throwing his 4th interception of the game.
What have I done?
Yeah, it was a very, very, very bad game. Justin Herbert completed more passes to the Texans defense than Quentin Johnston today. Is anybody shocked? How does Quentin Johnston have a job? I mean, you legitimately could draft like any wide receiver in the 7th round and he would outperform Quentin Johnston. I'm not even kidding. Like, I understand that I'm MM casual, but legitimately you could use a 7th round pick on a wide receiver and they would put up better numbers than Quentin Johnston is. Quentin Johnston when Herbert needs him.
Let's go, Meg. There you go. Long stride. There you go. There you go, go.
I'm just gonna be honest, guys. I don't get it. I don't get this one. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Let's go, Meg. There you go.
Maybe I'll get it better this time.
Long stride. There you go.
Maybe I gotta pause it to understand what the joke is.
There you go, go.
I don't know. I still don't get it.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I need a black queen to change my life. The Chargers were outscored 32-6 after the dirty bubble kidnapped Jim Harbaugh.
Clean?
Go get him.
That's dirty. Is that dirty bubble?
Go get him.
He's up to no good. Whoa, look out, Coach Harbaugh.
I genuinely think that this broadcast shit is hilarious. If I was like 8 years old, I would have gotten into the NFL so much sooner if this shit existed back then. Justin Herbert under the postseason lights.
No, get those lights off. Off.
It's too bright.
Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
Justin Herbert in the playoffs. What an edit. What an edit. Justin Herbert is a top 5 QB? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. This game really hurts the legacy. It's really bad. We're talking a 4 interception wild card playoff game. Like, you're not even playing the great teams yet. It's the wild card. I'm sorry, Justin Herbert. I have defended the fishing club president for far too long. Justin Herbert after his 2nd interception.
What? Here go 2 more for y'all.
Here go 2 more for you.
You know what?
Justin Herbert leading the Chargers into the playoffs. I mean, like, to some degree, you know, you made it. That's good. It's a good start. Brand new head coach. But yikes. I will stand on this, though. This is what I'll stand on with the Chargers. They need offensive talent. There was a point in time the Chargers had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. If they still had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and they had Harbaugh, I think things go a lot better here. Justin Herbert is going into year 6 and still has less playoff wins than Daniel Jones. Yikes. Justin Herbert in the top 5 QB convo? The Chargers choking in a big game?
Anybody surprised about what happened?
Nope. Funniest shit during NFL games is when they cut to fans and crowds and it's a fully grown man dressed in the dumbest outfit imaginable. And I tell you what, this may never be me. I don't know that this would ever be me. But these people are the lifeblood of NFL football. These people are the heart. This is the beating soul of NFL football. There was a guy like this at every Michigan State football game. He would be in the green and white MSU suspenders, no shirt. He would wear gloves, no shirt, the overalls, and it did not matter what the weather was, which was insane. It would be like 20 degrees and snowing, and this guy's just overalls, no shirt. And you know what? If that guy wasn't there, it's gonna be a bad game. Chargers players returning to their houses in LA after getting smoked by the Texans.
Look, I can see daylight. We're gonna be okay.
No.
I don't think that's daylight.
No! Dog, that is actually such a bad beat. Ugh. It's also likely true. Dude, that fire burned down some of the wealthiest areas of, like, LA County. It's actually insane what those fires burned down. Mike Tomlin every year after clinching his annual non-losing season. That really is how it goes in the NFL. The worst place to be is the middle. See, because if you properly suck, you properly tank, like the Detroit Lions, eventually you'll get enough good draft picks and enough talent
to be a great team.
But when you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're not getting a high enough draft pick to draft a franchise quarterback, and you're not sucking hard enough, and you're not winning enough to have legitimate playoff success. It's a weird spot to be. The Steelers, after going 1 and done in the playoffs again, but Mike Tomlin finished the year with an above 500. Put that shit on. Like, you know what's crazy? You know what someone asked me the other day? They said, do you think Mike Tomlin is going to get fired? And that's such a crazy question because Mike Tomlin is such an incredible head coach. And yet, the only true job is to win the Super Bowl. So, is he? I don't know. I don't think Mike Tomlin should get fired, for the record. Here's the Steelers' last 6 playoff games. A loss to the Ravens, a loss to the Bills, a loss to the Chiefs, a loss to the Browns, a loss to the Jaguars, and a loss to the Patriots. Honestly, so crazy that the bottom 3 on this list couldn't even sniff the playoffs right now. That's kind of crazy. Derrick Henry just bitch slapped Minka Fitzpatrick to the ground.
But here on a direct
this is one of my favorite clips.
To Henry.
Like, it doesn't even look like a big stiff arm. It just gets rocked. It just gets right.
Defensive tackle back to the inside. Nice
look at that. How the hell does that,
the
dude? How does that flatten a man?
Infamous stiff arm by Derrick Henry on Fitzpatrick there at the end of that play.
Shit's crazy. The Steelers trying to tackle Derrick Henry. Oh! Bro, you guys know I love destroying. I asked him about this clip when I saw him the other day, and he's like, dude, well, we were setting it up to be funny, and then Mark Ingram actually ran right through me so much harder than I thought he was going to. So that's why this clip looks so legit. Derrick Henry to the Steelers defense. It makes me so sad that the divisional is Ravens versus Bills, because I wish that could be the AFC Championship. But whoever makes it out of that game, for the love of all that is holy, you have to beat the Chiefs. I don't care if it's Josh Allen, the Bills, or Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. George Pickens was asked if he's optimistic on the Steelers' offense going forward.
You've been with this offense now for 3 years. Have you seen signs of growth, and how much more does this team still need to grow offensively?
Yeah, I've seen signs of growth for sure. From past, the first year I've been here, just way more growth for sure.
Does that make you optimistic going forward?
Nah.
That answer directly contradicts what he said right before it. Yeah, I don't actually mean to be rude. Like, I'm genuinely not trying to be a dick, But does anyone believe that Pickens even knows what optimistic means? Only based off the fact that response, he just said that he's seen signs of growth, but he's not optimistic. It does appear that he knows what the word means, though. You know what I gotta say about George Pickens, and recently Tyreek Hill, is they actually respond to questions. The entire NFL media circus with like interviews is so pointless. Because what's the word that we always talk about with most players? We say media trained. I just became Yap for a second. It's kind of how these videos go. But all I'm going to say is shout out George Pickens. Thanks for actually answering a question. A Ravens fan asked Russell Wilson what his favorite Future song is.
I got a question for you, bro. Can you answer my question for me? Here you go, what's your favorite Future song?
Stupid. TJ Watt has now gone 193 consecutive snaps without registering an official stat of any kind. No tackles or sacks, etc. That makes him dominant. Yeah, this is an incredible stat. I have no idea if it's true or not. But one thing I will definitely say here is when you're super good defensively, head coaches will game plan around you. Like, okay, we can slander TJ Watt if we want. That's fine. But recording an official stat in football is not a good barometer for being good or bad. It just simply isn't, especially on the defensive side of the ball. TJ Watt in the playoffs every year.
I think that a blind person can't play football.
Bro, let's just be real. That Steelers team is fraudulent. I don't know how Mike Tomlin does it. I don't know how he keeps the record above 500. They never had a chance. In that AFC side, they would have needed to have played the Chargers or maybe the Texans. Those are the two teams that they could have gotten past. TJ Watt using Aura, PFF grade, and fake Defensive Player of the Year awards. Fake defensive player, get out of here. Roger Rosengarten, when TJ Watt asks if he wants his jersey too after getting Myles Garrett's last week.
That's okay. You can keep it.
Tough. The Steelers showing up at the playoffs every year just to get blown out in the wild card.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Like, it's so difficult to have legitimate, deep playoff success without a franchise quarterback. It's very hard to do. Some teams have done it on one-off years, but all the dynasties have a franchise quarterback. And the Steelers don't have it. And they haven't had it since Ben Roethlisberger. They haven't had it since Ben Roethlisberger. They hoped it was going to be Kenny Pickett, and then it just totally was not. And then, you know what's funny, by the way? Justin Fields was 4-2 on Pittsburgh. And then Russ came in, and Russ was, what, 6-6? I honestly think it was kind of a mistake to move away from Justin Fields so fast. He was playing pretty good football. O.J. Simpson on June 17th, 1994. That is pretty damn accurate. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields fighting over the last floaty in Cancun. Never gets old. The Ravens are now 5-0 since Lamar Jackson's mom cursed them out. Hey. The Steelers exiting the wild card round of the playoffs every year.
You have a year left on your contract.
This is what I mean. You know what? Like, I respect this. I do respect this. Like, he probably got fined for that.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson in playoff game. Whoa, Jesus! What is this and why? What is that and why? What compelled you? Somebody had to go on some stupid AI generating image software and type in, I'm not even gonna say it.
Man, I'm dead.
The Denver Broncos in meaningful games when they aren't playing the Chiefs practice squad. Hey! What a throw by Bo Nix. Surely the Broncos scored more points after this and kept it a close game.
There's Nix going
Surely.
for a long ball. He's got
Right?
a step on him. And the Broncos strike early with the touchdown to Franklin from 43 yards out.
It's an absolute bomb. I will say, watching this game, I was like, oh my God, are we really about to have an absolute heater? No, we did not have an absolute heater. Not even a remote. Bo Nix, after Sean Payton's opening drive script, runs out.
Box combo, Nix to slaw, add a toast. Thank you.
Like the intensity.
Thank you, appreciate
Doing well,
it.
and you have something to fall back on in football.
That's right. Hey, Todd, can I get the recipe? Oh, perfect.
It's not worth it, Bo. Gotta say, though, Bo Nix outperformed everybody. Bo Nix was the most shit-talked draft pick. By far, the Bo Nix pick was the most shit-talked draft pick. People are calling Sean Payton an idiot. They were saying Sean Payton got outsmarted by other coaches. They were saying it was a gigantic reach. They were saying Bo Nix played XYZ years in college and he wasn't even good. There was so much shit talk about this pick. And frankly, if Jaden Daniels didn't exist, that's your offensive rookie of the year. Jaden Daniels, for the record, had a historic rookie year. He was unbelievably good. Bo Nix was very good. So if you're a Broncos fan, this is pretty exciting. Josh Allen getting a personal apology from the ref on the bench is insane. Yeah, I used to think this was a joke, but you can literally see the ref go, "I'm sorry, my bad."
Trying to explain why there was a no call on the back of the end zone.
The glaze. He gave him that Patrick Mahomes treatment. Josh Allen and the ref versus the Broncos.
But he didn't touch you with both hands. That's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55.
Yeah, you think so, Michael?
To the cup. But I believe you. I saw the one hand on him.
Dude, not gonna lie, if I was a ref and Michael Jordan like retired and then comes back as a wizard, I would probably glaze. Bro, imagine LeBron retires and then 10 years later he comes back to the league. You're telling me those refs aren't gonna absolutely glaze my Pookie Bear? If this was Patrick Mahomes, the internet would break. That's so true, bro. If this was Patrick Mahomes, holy shit. Broncos fans got what they wanted. We want Buffalo. For the record.
You sure about that?
Okay.
21, and this hit.
Yeah.
Hollins.
It was all downhill after that first touchdown. Like, severely downhill after that first touchdown. Disgusting. Are you shitting me? Like, are you shitting me? Look at that fucking throw. This is what Josh Allen did to the Lions, too. I hated it. I hated watching it. Sean Payton watching his defense get cooked. Just rip the bong. You're the man. He's doing all this witch shit with his fingers over there.
Keep going.
You're the man. Yeah, you are.
I can never watch this video without seeing this dude cast spells with his fingers. I just can't watch it. DeMar Hamlin thought he caught an interception and immediately ran the entire length of the field while stripping half his uniform just for it to get overturned.
4th and 17. Comes Miller. Pass intercepted. DeMar Hamlin. Did that hit the ground?
Honestly, it's kind of a genius strat if you know you dropped it, because with all that confidence and all that excitement, you might even confuse the refs into thinking, oh yeah, that must have truly been an interception. You know, like he got up with so much confidence that even the refs are like, well, shit, maybe he did catch it. Romo knows he didn't get that shit. That shit is not even close, bro. That's not even close. It was a hell of a sell. It was a hell of a sell. So. DeMar Hamlin celebrating a dropped interception in garbage time while up 24 points.
Now and face the sun. Won't hide my tail or turn and run. It's time.
Patrick Beverly will forever go down. Who is the Patrick Beverly of the NFL? There's your question of the day. DeMar Hamlin celebrating an interception that clearly bounced off the ground. Denver Broncos playoff highlights. Big bomb at the start. Big bomb at the start. Calling a game Josh Allen is playing in. What the fuck is this? Is that speed? I don't know if every YouTuber is like this, but like my whole life is the internet, right? So I don't like consume other internet content. It would be like, what's the equivalent? Is there an equivalent to what I'm saying? I guess what I'm trying to say is here, I have no idea what the context of this clip is, but I guarantee it was not worth it. I've done some sus ass shit, but I can't understand the context on that one. After 3 straight lopsided wildcard games, I think it's fair to say the playoff committee messed up by not putting the Bengals in. I'm sorry, this is not college football. Unfortunately, the committee has no say. You know what the Bengals should have done if they wanted to be in the playoffs? They should have beat the worthless-ass New England Patriots in week 1. They should have put up more than 10 points at home in week 1. Joe Burrow has arrived. Cincinnati versus Buffalo, 1 p.m. Eastern on Cancun Network. Tell you what. Sean Payton in the 4th quarter finally realizing the Broncos' run game isn't working. They're down 31-7. There you go, Sean. There you go, Sean. I've always thought about that with Sean Payton as a head coach. It does feel like Sean Payton, like, really, he establishes a game plan in his head and he will not divert. Like, yeah, like when you're losing by this much, you gotta change it, right? The Broncos falling out of the playoffs. That fucking clip, dude. I'll never understand it. Why is there a horse on a bridge, bro? Josh Allen QB. So many bangers here. Driving naked. I love penis. If it ain't white, it ain't right. Hayden has a big nutsack. This is basically every thought that goes through your mind as a 12-year-old, except Josh Allen tweeted it out. Saquon Barkley just sold so many people's parlays. It's 22-10. Saquon up the middle.
He's going to take a slide so quick. That's a classy move.
I love this clip. And AJ Brown, dude, you got to go on the Eagles page to see AJ Brown and Devonta Smith like talking shit to Saquon here. It's so funny. This is one of my favorite mic'd up clips ever. I love this. And you know what I also wish? If I'm going to yap here, I wish the actual NFL promoted this stuff. The NFL, like, their main page and their main media stuff is so lame. It's so fucking lame. You have to, like, go find the team-specific page to find the shit like this. And I'm so glad this popped up in my feed.
What the f***? Keep it running. That's tripping. Wow. Hey, I'm finna slap this, man.
I love this clip, bro.
I know. You said no more.
Keep running.
No one catching your stuff.
Keep running.
Oh, it's so funny. So Sirianni was saying no mas, like no more yards, like get down. And AJ Brown and Devonta Smith are like, I would have scored that shit so fast. It is literally like this. I love this clip so much, bro. I wish we got to see more of this stuff. I mean, like, okay, I know I'm bitching. I understand why the main NFL page can't post this, because the main NFL page is more brand friendly, right? So they don't want all the curse words on their main page. Saquon Barkley, when I need him to score a touchdown to pay rent this month. Okay, I do want to step in on this one. I really enjoy sports betting, but you ever been around that person who's like genuinely pissed off and then like goes and DMs an athlete like hateful things because they didn't like hit their parlay? And I get it if like an athlete drops a wide open ball, they just literally drop it, and that would have had your parlay. That makes me mad too. But especially in this scenario, Saquon was giving the Eagles the best chance to win the football game. Everyone who bet on Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown watching him slide down instead of taking it to the crib. His spidey senses were tingling. Holy shit. AJ Brown pulled out a book and started to read it on the sideline.
Hey, Brown, we showed you the great block he had before, even though he's not involved in the pass game. The name of the book is Inner Excellence, if you want to purchase that at home. How about that little inspirational passage in the middle of the game?
Have you read Inner Excellence yet?
I mean, I feel like I'm going to on the plane home.
AJ Brown in the middle of a playoff game. Dude, I love the clips of LeBron just like randomly reading some shit. Dude, LeBron, look at the like, what is LeBron reading? He's got the Hunger Games down. I think that's the Hunger Games. He's got some Malcolm X. I don't know what this one is. I love the dude. Jordan Love in the playoffs when he's not playing the Cowboys.
Hey, Packer Nation. Huge game Sunday.
Everywhere there's some guy who is a Walmart version of your favorite NFL player. Where did they find this dude? Jordan Love when his first read isn't open by 10 yards. Yeah, damn, Jordan Love did kind of get exposed. I will say the Packers had a poverty wide receiver core out there. It was not good. Jalen Hurts will barely throw for 130 yards with pockets like this, and delusional Eagles fans have the nerve to call him top 5. Well, it's not Jalen Hurts' fault that his O-line is so good. Frankly, like, it's kind of difficult for Jalen Hurts to have a super good statistical game because the team is so good at running the football. The Eagles can whoop your ass in a lot of different ways. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of the Eagles in the NFC Championship because my Lions have the Washington Commanders, and as much as I love my glorious fantasy goat Pookie Bear Waden Waniels, he's about to get his ass fried on a platter by the Detroit Lions. The ant on top is Jalen Hurts. I will say it's a nice job to have. If you're going to be a quarterback in the National Football League, you would love to be the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio with Zins in the booth. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody in the NFL rips Zins. Every single person that is not the players in the NFL rips Zins, and probably more than half of the players. Dude, you ever see that thing about Lamar? He just literally has like long cut tobacco in while he plays. You ever seen that? The author of Inner Excellence after Eagles fans buy out the remaining stock of his book after today. You know what is so funny? That book was #1 trending on Spotify's audiobooks today. #1 trending. I like low-key want to listen to it now. The Packers giving Jordan Love $55 million a year based on half a season of not being asked. Yeah, I really hope this doesn't turn out like Daniel Jones. Actually, that's such a reach. Jordan Love has already played significantly better football than Daniel Jones. He already has done it, so you're good. Green Bay Packers playoff highlights. It was a shitty playoff game, though. All the wild card games were ass until Buccaneers, Commanders, and oh my gosh, as I'm recording this, the Vikings and the Rams haven't played yet, but I will say I expect that to be a spectacular game. I think that'll be a very good, very close game. I have the Vikings winning that game. The Packers literally had possession of the ball, and the refs still gave it to the Eagles.
Meeting room all night last night talking about setting a physical
I have
tone,
never seen this angle.
You do that by covering kicks. And that's an absolute crushing hit right there.
See, right there
feels like he's got.
Definitely has possession. He's definitely down.
Got it.
Mike, it feels like right there Nixon has it.
Yeah, I tell you what, dude, those like scrums, those just like dog pile of people on a fumble. The ref's gonna call possession when the ref finally claws in there and sees who has the football. So if you can wrestle it away from somebody, that's completely fair game. Now let's go back to Tom Brady in the booth. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, guys. Tom Brady, greatest football player of all time. Very handsome, stud. We're very happy for you, Tom Brady. You're great at a lot of things. I really do not like Tom Brady as an announcer. I get why they got him because he's probably the most insightful football person ever, but I just don't think he's a very good announcer. Am I the only person who thinks that? I don't know. I feel like half of everything Tom Brady says, he has to then say, excuse me, and correct himself. Because he's constantly like, he's kind of like me sometimes. You ever see me making a video and I just butcher somebody's name and I don't even recognize that I did it? He'll just do that during the broadcast. He'll just randomly completely miss the name and then he'll go, oh, pardon me, excuse me. And then he'll correct it. And he does it like half of every sentence. I don't know. Maybe I'm like hyper analyzing Tom Brady, but I don't know. Jordan Love and Justin Herbert, it never gets old. Fighting over the last floaty in Cancun. That's how it is, man. The Buccaneers, after going 1 and done in the playoffs, but Mike Evans had another 1,000 yards. All right, honestly, this Buccaneers game, the Commanders are so fucking good. The Commanders are actually nasty. Jaden Daniels is so good. Jaden Daniels is so good. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You would think that that guy is on his 8th year in the league. His decision-making is excellent. His poise is excellent. At the end of the game, he's like talking shit to the Buccaneers before Zane Gonzalez even hit the game winner. Bro was stressing before attempting the game-winning kick. I'm gonna let you guys watch this with no context, and then I'll tell you what's going on.
Their kicker moved on from him before camp opened, and since training camp, they've had 6 different kickers. The 6th is Gonzalez. The first time he's kicking in the NFL since 2021. These now 6 games. Commanders, a playoff win.
Tweaking.
And it has been.
That's what it looks like when someone rips way too much Adderall. That's exactly what it looks like. But let me tell you what's actually going on here. Because as much as I love the memes, as much as Zane Gonzalez is fixing the hair that he doesn't have, Zane Gonzalez, and this was well known when he was at ASU, has super severe OCD. He does this all the time with everything. All the time with everything. The only reason we're paying attention to it now is because this broadcast really highlighted it here and because everybody's watching this game. It's a playoff game. Zane Gonzalez's entire career. Watch the guy put on his cleats. You ever seen Zane Gonzalez put on his cleats? This dude takes about 35 minutes to put his cleats on. He'll put his sock on, and then he will literally mess with it for like 30 straight minutes, and then put his cleat on, and then he'll take his cleat off and do it all again. It's crazy. Here's Zane Gonzalez putting on his cleats. Are you ready?
Fashion malfunction. He's working on his shoe. He's working on his sock.
It's
He's
not a
getting it
fashion
right.
malfunction. This is how he puts on his cleats every time. Puts it on, takes it off, messes with his sock again, takes his cleat off, messes with his sock, messes with it again, puts his cleat back on. He literally does this 24/7. And he buries it. Zane Gonzalez before kicking the game-winning field goal.
They did a good job.
It's so true because Zane Gonzalez doesn't like he's brushing his hair, but he doesn't hardly have any hair. There's nothing to really mess with there. The Commanders are simply allergic to playing football games without some sort of nonsense at the end. It's honestly true, bro. The Commanders, like, margin of victory is, dude, some of these games that they won is just like every single game is a heater. If you're a Commanders fan, what an electric series of emotions you've had.
Touchdown to one last play.
I think the Commanders are on their third kicker, though. I don't think they started the season with Zane Gonzalez. I don't remember who they started with, but it wasn't him. Tyreek Stevenson, low light. Unbelievable play. Jaden Daniels is a freak. He's a freak. Oh, I don't remember this.
Wilson floats it way upstairs. Williams, he's got it. Touchdown.
Damn, what a play.
Mike Williams,
I don't remember this at
newest
all.
Steeler. Score.
It's all going to come crashing down when they play the Lions now. Bears fans watching a kick doink off the uprights in a wild card playoff game. Yeah, except their doink went in and your doink didn't. Wasn't that the year that Mitch Trubisky played out of his mind and the Bears were like 13-3 when they went to that wild card playoff game and lost to the Eagles? You guys remember that year?
And he hits the upright again. That's impossible. And the Eagles run out into the field, but there's still 5 seconds. So they've got to get back. He does it again.
Mike Evans cooking Marshawn Lattimore in 2025. Holy shit, I was so excited for the Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore. I'm ready for this dogfight. Marshawn Lattimore got his ass whooped. No, there is no commander more excited about that game-winning field goal than Marshawn Lattimore. He got fried.
A bum. He's never been able to guard me.
Tell him.
You've never been able to guard me.
Tell him, old head. Own that fraud. He said that's luck. Marshawn Lattimore was in tears on the sideline after trying to cover Mike Evans. He literally did look like he was in tears. After he got fried, they switched up the coverage too. It was Marshawn Lattimore one-on-one with Mike Evans, got cooked, and then they switched. They put Lattimore on McMillan, and then they doubled Mike Evans for the rest of the game.
To see the level.
Get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, well, I mean, they won. Commanders won, so Marshawn Lattimore after getting his ass beat by Mike Evans, but still moving on.
Yo, Adrian! I did it!
Baker Mayfield, after getting his season ended at home by a rookie quarterback, making his first playoff start. Baker Mayfield had one hell of a run in that game, though. Honestly, the biggest deciding piece of this game to me was that fumble. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but there's this jet sweep, and Baker takes the handoff, and there was some miscommunication. They fumbled, and the Commanders got the ball right back. That was the biggest mistake of the game. Buccaneers don't do that, I think. The Commanders look good, though. Tell you what, Jaden Daniels already has more playoff wins as a rookie than Justin Herbert has.
Oh, gotta run out the high when I play my music so the roof don't fall on me. So, oh, gotta run out the high when I play my music so the...
Baker Mayfield after the Buccaneers booked their trip to Cancun. Number 94 was chasing Jaden Daniels with his towel.
And Robinson behind, a fake to him. Daniels escapes.
Clutches playing the game. Jaden Daniels is a freak.
Runs for the first down.
Dude, if I'm Kalijah Kancey, I'm in piss here. So it's 3rd and 1. If Kalijah Kancey gets this stop, the Commanders kick their field goal early, and Tampa Bay at least has time to get in field goal range to force OT. And on God, dude, he shot this snap so well. Jaden Daniels hasn't even faked this handoff yet. He hasn't fully faked it. Kalijah Kancey is past the center and the guard. He's past them both. Look at where he is. Frankly, Kalijah Kancey should have made this play. He just should have. I mean, it's a minor stiff arm from Jaden Daniels. Kalijah's got a piece of the jersey here. He ends up stealing Jaden Daniels' towel, but not making the tackle. I understand that I'm glazing Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, but they just simply, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is nothing like the Detroit Lions offense. We are going to beat the Commanders, but damn, I'm excited to watch Jaden Daniels too. Like it's like the perfect game. I wanted this matchup more than any other matchup. I don't know if any of you are going, but I'm going to that game too. This Lions game on Saturday. Jaden Daniels, when it comes to creating the most exciting endings to NFL games, really is how it is, baby. Pull up, Bon Bon. Pull up, Bon Bon. Splash. Lay plumber, lay gambling problem. Jordan could literally never splash. The Bucks really sent out 350-pound Vita Vea to run routes. Oh my God, this is my favorite clip. You know why? I hope they show the whole play. So Vita Vea comes out, blocks, and then he gets out like he's gonna get open. So I think the design on this play is they just ignore Vita Vea and then you throw a free touchdown to him. I assume that was the design of this play. Oh my God. My favorite part though, is after he's clearly covered, Vita Vea continues to call for the ball. Like as if he was really gonna get thrown a contested catch. Watch Vita Vea.
He just stayed right on
look, he's calling for it. He's calling for it again. He was like, I don't care that I'm covered, bro. Throw me the fucking rock. They cut to him on the sideline and he's doing like a, oh my God, it was so funny. Vita Vea running routes. Literally though. This was one of the greatest ball don't lie moments ever.
Was this interference?
Chris, it is a foul for defensive pass interference. He's not playing the ball. He wraps him up, cuts off
Yeah, this is right before the fumble.
his path. It should have been called.
Yeah, it was definitely DPI. And that's the play I was talking about. This is where the Buccaneers lost. I don't know what happened on it. It was just like a mistimed jet sweep, I guess. Bucs defense. We stopped them on 4th and goal. Let's be smart and take care of the ball. Baker Mayfield trucking Bobby Wagner in a playoff game was not on my 2025 game. This was a fucking sick run.
Mayfield through 2 tackles.
And then, for no reason, he just shoves 35. He's just fucking geeked up. He gives 35 the business. W? Wade and Waniels W? This is not the person you want to see after a game where Jaden Daniels suffered an shit! I didn't see it in time. Keep Magic Johnson away from my Pookie Bear. All right, gentlemen, another day, another banger set of NFL playoff memes. Hopefully the divisional gives us even better sauce. I'll give you my divisional predictions right now, actually, since you're probably watching this on the Saturday and Sunday of divisional weekend. I've got the Lions beating the Commanders. Duh. I assume that Minnesota beat the Rams, which means they'll play the Eagles. And I also think that Minnesota will beat the Eagles. So that was like 2 predictions at once, because it could be the Rams-Eagles. If it's Rams-Eagles, the Eagles are winning. If it's Vikings-Eagles, the Vikings are winning. Over on the AFC, Kansas City's beating Houston. Houston's washed. And I think the Ravens are going to beat the Bills. That gives us another Ravens-Chiefs AFC championship. All right, boys. I love you. You're so handsome. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.